Hello there. All right. Wait a second. There. That's the lovely sound. So, Sir Graham is now King of Daventry. Under his wise rule, Daventry is prosperous. He is loved by his people. Good morning, everyone. Fortunately, there's a problem. King Graham needs Queen for companionship and to provide an heir for the throne. That's gonna be a lovely quest. He has searched high and low for the right maiden, but he remains alone. An idea comes to him. He goes to the magic mirror and looks into its depths. He sees a vision of a quartz tower. To reach it, he must pass through a magic door in the nearby land of Kalima. The scene then changes to show a beautiful girl locked within the tower. Graham now knows what to do. He knows to change his hat. Great. Well, changing his frown for a hat, because I mean, can't go adventuring with a crown on. Bravely, he sets off to find the land of Kalima and the beautiful maiden. Good morning. How are you doing? So, that's gonna be interesting. Alright, so. As all of you must have already realised, this is the sequel to King's Quest 1. And yeah, seems like this time it's rescuing a princess day. The glittering white sand of the beach feels warm from the sun. Great. The azure water of the ocean laps up to its edge. Alright, so we found an actual ocean. And were there some animations in the back? Yes, there are. So, the animations have definitely improved since the first game. And I do think the first King's Quest game is, like, the oldest out of all of these games that I've played so far. I think Space Quest was second, and then Police Quest, so yeah. I chose to play this game because it's actually, like, it was released before the other two sequels, so that's why I went for this one. I think actually the third installment in King's Quest was also released before the other two sequels. So we'll see if I play that one after this one. So yeah, it was basically just because chronological order might as well be the order I go in. There are 7 King's Quest games, and that means I'll be playing quite a few of those anyways. Anyway. What about this place? Many trees shade your way as you journey through the land of Kalima. So, finding that land was apparently not difficult at all. We'll try and walk around the fence. Is there gonna be a goat? Ooh, an actual house. Probably a good time to save, because, well, may or may not be a witch's house. We don't know. Or wizard. Because we haven't actually found his house. He was just kind of wandering around. So, cozy cottage is located in a thick wood. Patio shades the front entrance and flowers are adorn the window box. Well, a window box. And okay, same as the other side. Oh, looks like it's basically just a mirrored version of the other screen. Yep, exactly. That's not what a bell sounds like. Many trees shade your way. Okay, same as before. Not gonna mention the giant building that seems to be a church. Either that or like an assembly hall type place. How about here? Nope. Still no comment on it. Well, I'll just assume it's actually there, not just, I don't know, him hallucinating. Beautiful fairy floats down from the sky. Is it the same one as before, just smaller this time? Or is she gonna kill me? The fairy starts to sprinkle fairy dust on you. Alright. Good King Graham, I'm here to help you, she says. I give you a protective spell against certain evil elements, but beware, for it lasts only a short time. Alright, so it is basically the same one as last time. Alright. So, pro tip, don't sprinkle fairy dust on random strangers, because they may not appreciate it. The chapel of the monastery is plain and unadorned. A monk in simple clothing is bent in prayer towards the cross on the altar. Hello, how are you doing? You speak to the praying monk, but he does not respond. He seems in deep worship. Alright then, I'll just leave. Well, I think it is, yeah. Considering it runs on DOSBox. You get it. Wait. Oh, right. Whoopsies. A deep chasm wanders off to the north. Well, how should I know if fairy dust is good? Most creatures in this game try and kill him in, well, all kinds of different ways. So, there's no real way of knowing until he's already been killed. So, for some reason, there seems to have been an issue. Alright, so, seems like the stream is back. I have no clue what caused this, and I'm hoping it doesn't happen again. Sorry if I missed anyone's chat message, because I think my internet connection was down for a second. So, if anyone typed anything in chat, feel free to resend that, because I didn't see any of it. Anyhow, it does seem to be working again. I hope it stays that way. Alright. Have I looked around in that room? Well, on that screen. It's not a room. Bridge spanning the chasm seems to be unstable and tottery. Are you entertaining thoughts of crossing it? I've already crossed it. What's the problem with that bridge? Alright. Chat seems to have just reconnected. There. So now I can actually see the messages, so that's great. Yeah, I know. The fairy dust broke it, I know. I'm sorry about that. And yeah, for some reason, one of the two different windows that I have that record chat, one of them hadn't reconnected yet, so now I should actually be able to reach out again. It's a struggle. The mountain range is wild and rugged. It would be impossible to cross unless you could fly like a bird. Well, be careful what you wish for. And that's a cliff. In typical Sierra fashion, they try and make you walk off a cliff. Great, thanks. How about on that side? Why is there a door? You're at the edge of the forest. There's a deep chasm to the west and a towering cliff to the east. And there's a giant door. How about that? I have no clue how I got a point. I've had that point for a bit already. I don't know where it came from. It has to be from somewhere. But yeah, no clue. Really? By crossing the bridge? Not sure how crossing the bridge would get me a point. But I've got a point. Not gonna complain about that. Might have been, like, I don't know, the fairy interaction. Or something else I interacted with. Which was basically just the monk. Well, I don't know. The door is locked. You cannot open it, no matter how hard you try. Okay. Seems like that door is going to be relevant later. Well, we'll see about that. Accidentally getting a point doesn't mean I'll actually get all the points this time round. I somehow doubt it's going to happen this time. That bridge seems surprisingly stable. Why did I get a second point for that? Alright then. Yeah, apparently I did. How many times can I cross the bridge and get a point? And not die? I have saved at some point at the start and haven't actually done anything since then, so. Can I just cross this bridge 185 times? Yes, I did save. Yep. It's 4 points. 6 times. Alright. Well. But yeah, I did save. I saved before crossing the bridge the first time. So, 6 times and... nothing yet. 7 times? This bridge is surprisingly stable. And there it was. Alright, so 7 times. That's the magic number. Good to know. Yeah, I figured I'd try and find that out. Because why not? Might as well try and knock on this door. Or open it. Either way. Or check their mail. You knock loudly on the door and hear muffled come in. Oh dear, a wolf in Grandma's clothing is in the bed. Get out of there fast. Alright. Yep. That seems about right. Mailbox has the words Grandma's house on it. Well, that's a bit vague. You can't be everyone's grandma. Bam. There's our first fairy tale reference for today. Well, that and the fact that Little Red Riding Hood hasn't showed up yet. Many trees shade your way as you journey through the land of Cloak. Alright, still nothing about the very obvious doors. So, good job, game. Why would you want to put any sort of comment about those? Just don't even bother to comment on a house that's inside a tree trunk. There, okay. And there's a ladder. Climbing that thing might be rather difficult. We'll see. And yeah. Of course he's dead. Okay. Fair enough. So, found this game's version of the beanstalk. That's exciting. Also, does seem like I missed the follow notification that seems to have happened about 10 minutes ago. So, thank you for following Fiendish Construct. I'm guessing my chatbot was not connected. Either that or... oh. Probably because of the internet issues that were happening just a tiny bit ago. There. Yeah, they couldn't fit a beanstalk in here. Also, it wouldn't make as much sense because there's not that much light inside a tree trunk. But yeah, that beanstalk was not fun. Seems you've entered the underground home of the little dwarf. It is cozy, with a fire crackling in the earth. Hearth, I think, yeah. Anyways. A pot of chicken soup bubbling above the fire gives a delicious aroma to the room. Well, wouldn't be so sure that it's chicken, knowing this game and fairy tales. For some reason, lots of creatures seem to enjoy eating kids in fairy tales, so. Here's a trunk tucked away in the corner. Yeah, I was not a huge fan of that beanstalk, and it took me a long time to climb that thing. Yeah, it seems like it. You look inside and notice Earrings. You reach into the trunk and get the earrings. Great. And close trunk. Might as well be a neat thief. Nothing special. Okay. Those hats wouldn't fit you. Sure. I mean, they seem close enough to the correct size, but alright. Not sure if I'm supposed to do anything else in here. Yeah, like, I don't know of any birds dropping feathers yet. Still haven't reached King's Quest 3. Still on King's Quest 2. Really? Alright. Well, I don't know what to do with it yet. Unless maybe I'm supposed to eat the soup. But yeah, I'm sure that was just autocorrect, yes. It's actually children's soup. Makes sense. I mean, considering the dwarves seem to want to eat meat. Seems... And... Alright. This fire is hot. You're going to burn yourself. Great. So... Nope. Right. I think I did spell it correctly. Nope. The soup doesn't appeal just now. Alright. Why is there like a giant kettle on top there? And also, if there's a dwarf living in there, why would he store stuff that far up? Seems, well, unlikely, at the very least. In general, like, that entire home looks more like it belongs to a giant than a dwarf, but I guess it is inside a tree trunk, so would have to be a fairly large tree to fit a giant. But just based on where the dwarf was storing stuff, either Graham is a dwarf, or somehow it's a very large, well, tall dwarf, which wouldn't make a lot of sense. Either way, I don't get that dwarf as someone who's not that tall. I can tell you I wouldn't store stuff like a kettle out of reach, because you could probably use that. Unless he hardly ever uses it. In that case, sure, but putting that thing way on top of the earth, just, yeah, it's very unlikely. Many trees shade your right. Alright. Still the same, and the dwarf is back. And of course, I don't have the earrings anymore. Makes sense. Should have saved after that. Yes, I did steal them from him, but... oh well. Yeah, now he'll steal them back again. And save. He would have stolen other stuff from me if I hadn't already stolen the earrings. Well, if I had any other stuff apart from the earrings, he would have stolen that. But yeah. Fair enough, I guess I could store things in his hat, but his hat won't be very roomy either. So, not sure where he's storing stuff since he doesn't seem to have a backpack, but I guess he has pockets. But yeah, like, I'm not sure this part of land is part of his kingdom though. It might not be, considering he doesn't seem familiar with it. But yeah. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with that pot. Or with the fire. Maybe I'm supposed to throw stuff in there? Either way. Alright, well, that's good. I think in King's Quest 1 you can do that. But yeah, I figured I'd just redo it. And then save. Instead of stealing and then stealing it back. Okay. Great. And there. He was very insistent this time round. Didn't want his earrings to get stolen. Well. Okay, and close trunk. Well, he was easy to spawn last time, just this time he was more insistent. I guess I could try that with a wolf. Just walking in the door like 10 times in a row. Because that's totally normal behavior. Imagine being at home and someone walking through your door like 10 times, each time going, huh, didn't know you were home. I mean, that's completely normal behavior, right? So, actually I'll save out here instead of over there. Huh. Wow, it's Grandma. Well, not for long. Grandma is very weak. Her voice wavers as she says, "Good day, kind sir. I would like to offer you a cup of tea, but as you can see, I'm ailing." Alright. This is the house of Grandma. It is comfortably furnished, frilly curtains cover the windows. Flowers are in vases. Grandma is lying on a brass bed in a cloud of pillows and coverlets. Alright. Well, she won't be sick for long. Because, well, that wolf is gonna show up eventually. Wouldn't make a lot of sense for the wolf to despawn and Grandma to spawn. Unless, like, he spat her out or something. But that would definitely make sense that she's not feeling well. If she'd been eaten and spat out by a wolf, like, several times already, that would probably take a strain, well, take a toll on your health. So, poor grandma. This lake is foul and stinking. Maybe poisoned. All vegetation looks dead around it. Well, isn't that lovely? Can I look at this lake? A lovely little lake. Its sparkling water looks so clean and fresh. So apparently I can look around the different parts by standing near them or facing them. Okay, so standing near them. Alright. That explains some stuff about Tim just outright ignoring giant parts of the landscape. I guess I just wasn't standing close enough. Alright. Great. Yes, that would also be very worrying. But, I mean, how many times have you been eaten by a wolf? Maybe that's just normal. Well, wouldn't be so sure. But I guess it might be fine to swim in it as long as you don't drink any of that water. But yeah, water that's gone bad is, well, it's not a nice thing to have around. But yeah, exactly. See, you don't know what it's like to be eaten by a wolf. So maybe amnesia is perfectly normal. Or maybe she just somehow slept through it all. There's quite a lot of forest so far. Didn't remember this much just forest. But I guess I'm just, well, walking through the same screen several times. That might be why the forest seems so extensive. Okay, we've got a lake thing? Because it's not a river. Nice, a dead tree. Just what I was looking for. Seems like this area might be cursed or something. I'm trying to walk up to the castle that I saw in the distance earlier. Not sure if that's gonna work. I mean, seems like the landscape is more consistent this time around. But I think it was supposed to be up this way somewhere. Nope, that's just Grandma's house. Grandma slash the wolf. Maybe they're roommates, who knows? Not sure if I'm walking in circles yet. And of course the dwarf is back. Great. And I've despawned him. Not sure if that was part of how these games were supposed to be played. Just like walking onto the same screen several times in a row. Yeah, I think I might be walking in circles. But yeah, just try and get some sort of clue what the layout of these places is before doing stuff like, well, doing more questy stuff. Because when I've got some sort of clue what I'm supposed to be doing and what places there are, that means I have, well, better chance of guessing where I'm going to find stuff. Okay. So it's acid. I didn't expect it to be that intense. I thought it was just water that had gone bad, which, well, is actually a thing that can happen. Mainly with the bacteria growth and the temperature rising too high to the point where, like, the bacteria grows at a rate where it's completely unsustainable and it heats up the water temperature and kills everything, including the bacteria and algae. That sort of thing. Because that's actually a thing that can happen, which you don't want to happen in a fish tank. Pro tip, don't have your fish tank temperature rise to the point where your fish die. I don't draw maps. What are maps for? Yeah, I've never actually drawn a map for any of these games. I just kind of try and remember it. Wait, what? What are you doing here, Red Riding Hood? Fearfully, Little Red Riding Hood explains that someone stole her basket of goodies while she was picking a bouquet of flowers. Could you please help her find it? Oh, I mean, I'll try. But, I mean, bad news, your grandma's probably been eaten already, so... And this place looks, safe? This forbidding cave is the home to Hagatha, the wicked old hag. It's a very appropriate name. There are human skulls on stakes at the entrance. This is not a reassuring sign. You think? I thought that's how you welcome all kinds of visitors. Just have your decorative skulls out at the entrance. Wait, is that trident? What? You notice a rusty trident lying in the grass. Yep. It is a trident. You pick it up and carry it with you. Great. Now I've got a trident, because I obviously needed one. So now I've got earrings and a trident. Not sure which story it's trying to, well, base itself on. Because I can't remember a fairy tale that involves earrings or a trident. Tridents are, well, it's not really a typical thing to read in fairy tales. So I'm slightly confused about that part. You know, there's a pretty clamshell lying on the sandy beach. Alright. When you pick up the clamshell, you see that there was a sparkling sapphire and diamond bracelet under it. Alright. So, now I've got earrings, a bracelet, a trident, and a clamshell. It's an interesting collection. I have no clue where this is going. Am I going to propose to Ariel or something? What is this? It appears you have run into Little Red Riding Hood. She looks a little troubled. Alright, so she's still looking for a basket, I'm guessing. Not sure if he has forgotten how to swim in this game. Alright, seems like you can still do it. That's nice. But I'm guessing swimming in the acid river lake thing is not going to be good for herself. So if I do try that, I'll make sure to save first. Unless I try it by accident, which is definitely a possibility. I might just accidentally run into it. It's happened before. Okay. So, I am walking in circles again. The old hag, Hagatha, is nearby. You can hear her cackling and smacking her gums as she comes closer. She'd love to have you for dinner, and I don't mean as a guest. Great. So, in this game, it's a hag, not a witch. Huge difference. Still no clue what I'm supposed to use the items I have for. Like, Maybe I'm supposed to put soup in the clamshell? It looked like a pretty big shell. So maybe I can use it as a bowl. And the trident. Yeah. No clue who'd want that. Or who I'd use it on. Hello, how are you doing? But yeah. Clamshell, like, as I said, maybe as a container. The earrings and bracelet, well. Like, maybe they're going to be a gift, but they might also just be as useful as the golden egg was. Well, at least for my playthrough. I guess I could have given it to people, but oh well. This house is new, I think. I don't remember this. Yep, this is definitely new. And it doesn't look like it belongs in this game. It looks way newer. As in, like, architecture-wise, not graphics-wise. Like, the architecture looks very modern for a game that's supposedly like a Middle Ages type fantasy game. Have I played any of the Space Quest series? Yes, I have. I streamed Space Quest for my last 2 streams, so I finished Space Quest 1 on Thursday. So yeah, I did. And I will be playing the sequel and like other Space Quest games. I think there's 6 of them, so my plan is to play all of them. Yeah, you can check the VODs on my channel. This is a quaint little antique shop. There's a sign in the window. Thanks for follow. An antique shop. Alright. The antique store is closed. You cannot enter it. Okay, what if I try again? Apparently it's still closed. Oh, that's a shame. Am I going to have to break in? Yeah, but still, this place looks way too modern to be here. Did this house time travel somehow? Okay, so I've found 2 houses and, well, I found the dwarf's den. I found the random door. Still no clue what to do with any of those. Especially the random door, which was locked, because of course it was. Oh, also, still no clue where to find, well, what to do with the, well, in King's Quest 1, if I got Rumpelstiltskin's name wrong, he gave me a golden key, like, What would that have done? I guess maybe unlock the staircase instead of the beanstalk? In which case, why did I do that to myself? That beanstalk was horrible. There were ways that I could have accidentally made it more difficult for myself. Because honestly, if that's the reward for getting the name right, then Sierra is just horrible. Yes, because of thinking about keys, I remembered that key in that game. And I never checked what that key was for. So there's a chance I worked extra hard to then be, well, fortunate enough to be able to fall off the beanstalk 50 times in a row. That would be rather ironic. But yeah, still don't know what I'm going to use any of my inventory for. Well, don't know about, well, the game being more frustrating, making the game more rewarding, but if you say so. But yeah. I meant inventory in this game. Like, I have been trying to consider inventory in this game in the different, well, screens, but I haven't found a place to use any of the items yet. Well, I haven't figured out a place. Doesn't mean I haven't walked past it. But yeah, like, trident, no clue. Clamshell, what would I use that for? Earrings, just who do those belong to? Well, yes, the dwarf, but he probably stole them from someone. And the bracelet? Like, whose bracelet is that? Is it the same person who lost their earrings to the dwarf? And why were there earrings in the dwarf's chest and a clamshell covering a bracelet? How did those items get there? Why are they there? I'm still very clueless about this game. There's a stake leaning against the tree. Alright. So now I've got a stake. Am I going to find any vampires too? Along with possibly Ariel. Because the ocean has been a fairly strong theme so far. With, well, the trident and the clamshell. Now I'll do a new save. Alright. So now I've got 5 different items. And absolutely no clue where to use any of them. Yeah, back to the key stuff. I don't know if this game is going to have one, but if it's going to be similar to how they did in the last game, then I'll definitely try and see if the key is going to work instead of going the more frustrating route. So if there's a new version of the name puzzle part, then yeah, definitely going to check out the key. I guess I haven't tried the cave yet. I don't trust it. Thanks for following. Okay. He's not here right now. Did not expect that. You look around this dreary cave. Fear grips you as you notice human skulls lining the wall. A cauldron with a bubbling brew fills the cave with a putrid aroma. You see a nightingale in a gilded cage. Yes, it's very retro. That's kind of what my channel's turned into. Pick up the gilded birdcage with the nightingale in it. The little bird starts singing prettily. A moment later, it stops. Okay. I need to know what? You have a problem with my mic. Is that it? But yes, anyone who has a problem with, well, the quality of my setup, feel free to donate as much as you like. But otherwise it's not going to change for a while. This mic is actually already an upgrade compared to the one I used to have, so. No, I don't know what you mean. Let's see. Yeah, I should probably save since I've got the nightingale now. Well, that's more likely to be more of a mic setting thing than the actual microphone being bad. And I guess I just need to talk loudly. Well, sorry. Not sure if anyone else is having audio issues, but well, haven't had any other complaints this stream. Apart from earlier when it crashed for a second, which, well, whoopsies. But yeah, as far as I know, my mic should be doing fine. So you might be having some like headphone issues or something. This game is King's Quest 2. Yeah, like I have found new things already. I've got 7 items, or no, 6 items. 6 items. 7 if you count the nightingale and the cage as 2 different items. And I'm still kind of trying to figure out where to use them. Like, I've wandered around for a while already and I keep finding new stuff. So, that's the main reason I'm continuing that. And I'm not trying to fall down there. Because falling off a cliff is not what I'm trying to do in this game. Well, 21 points is a decent amount of progress considering I've just picked up items. And yes, I can definitely swim. Good. Glad I've cleared that up. But yeah, like, the first mic I started out with when first starting my stream, I can't even remember if it was, an external mic? Or, no, I think it was already my Snowball. Yeah. I started out with, like, the cheap version of the Snowball. Because the mic I had before then died, and, like, that I only used for Discord and stuff. So I guess my mic wasn't that bad, but my first webcam was the first one I started out with on stream. Because that thing... Let's just say it was a hassle to work with. So this is already my upgraded streaming gear. Still not sure about the just random pieces of wood laying around. There might be something hidden in there. I'll check the log. I mean, it's kind of a cliche to hide something in there in a video game, but it happens frequently enough to be worth checking out. You see pieces of scattered wood lying around. The wood is of no importance. Okay. Great. That's great. And the dwarf is back. Great. That's lovely. Exactly what I wanted. So, I guess the logs don't matter if the game says so. When you peer into the old hollow log, you see a flashing necklace of diamonds and sapphires. Alright, I found a necklace too. Where's the ring? That's my question here. Okay, so I guess I'll start, like, selling jewelry in this game. Because at this point, it seems very silly to be collecting it piece by piece. So, yeah. Bracelet, earrings, and the necklace. Not sure what else I'm going to find. As I said, my guess is going to be a ring. But the last game had a ring, so maybe that one was the one that would complete the set. Yes. He's going to be absolutely fabulous. And asking to get robbed by a dwarf. But, yeah. No clue where the ring would be. And also still no clue what I'm going to do with all of those. Like, am I going to auction them off? Am I going to give Grandma a very extravagant gift? Because Red Riding Hood seems a bit young to have really expensive jewelry. I mean, she lost her basket already. which I'm still kind of looking for too. No clue where she'd have lost that, but the wolf might have eaten it. Who knows? It doesn't seem to be that picky. Well, I'm not saying it's going to be the same ring. I just said that, like, maybe the ring from the previous game was, like, the one that would have fit with this set, but maybe it's not going to be part of this game. But yeah, there's a chance it's going to recycle items, I guess. A carpet of green grass rolls up to the water's edge. It feels spongy beneath your feet. That's a lovely description of grass. Always wanted some spongy grass. It's just what I needed. It looks like that weirdly placed rock might be hiding something, but the game didn't actually mention it. I guess I could try and look at the plant. That could give me some clue. I don't know if it's actually a rock. It just looks like one. Plants grow well in the moist sea air. Well, not sure how well they're going to grow right next to the water. Because the salt content and the ground there is probably going to be a bit high. I'm not sure if that's going to be good for plants. But my bet is it's probably not that great. Yeah, exactly. Like, I don't think high salt content in the ground is going to be good for plants. Okay, this log is apparently nothing special. I guess I found the only special log in this place. The one true special log. But yeah. Not sure which way to go next, since, as I mentioned, just wandering around exploring. And wandering around aimlessly seems to be a pretty good way to discover all the places. Because otherwise it's going to take me even longer to stumble across them. If I don't just walk in random directions for quite a while, then I'll probably just miss several screens. And I guess having a map would be beneficial with that sort of thing, but making one would take even longer. What do you mean about that? As in this game taking just a long time to figure out. Because, sure, most of these games do. Especially when you're like, completely on your own, with no hint book and nobody who knows the game. This game would take a while. And so would all the other games. It's very easy to get stuck. No, I haven't stolen any mail. True that. I've only read what's on the mailbox. I was kind of thinking I should try and open the mailbox. But wouldn't the red thingy being down mean that there's no mail in there? Lo and behold, when you open the mailbox, you see a basket of goodies. Okay, great. So, I guess that's where Red Riding Hood's basket went. Thanks for that hint. I was thinking I should look in there, but... What's a federal crime in your area? Stealing someone else's mail. Because, yeah. Fair enough. But I'd say if anything you do in a video game counts as, well, doing that thing IRL, then, well, I'd say lots of gamers would be in lots of trouble. Yes, I'm playing as the king of, like, I think the land adjacent to this place. Yes, then we're all mass murderers and lots of other things. So, would be very inconvenient for us. So, Red Riding Hood, where'd you go? I don't remember which screen she popped up in last time. So I'll just try and wander this part of the woods. Alright, I found her. Great. The thing is, I might need to warn her about the wolf that ate her grandmother, but I'll just give her the basket. Okay. Come back here. Gratefully, Little Red Riding Hood accepts the basket of goodies. In return, she gives you her bouquet of flowers. Great. Lovely. Now she's going to get eaten. Okay, she's disappeared. Wait. There. 9. But yeah, like, I'm kind of used to characters in this game who I'm supposed to hand stuff to. Not really cooperating with all standing still so I can give them stuff. Kind of a normal thing. But yes, the hopping animation was very cute. But yeah. Let's see. Grandmother is still there. Alright. That's great. Or at least it looks like she's still there. Might also just already be the wolf wearing her clothes. We don't know. But yeah, considering I didn't necessarily steal the basket, I just helped her find it. It's probably not that bad. I'd say I've stolen worse things in these games already. But not necessarily from someone's mailbox. Yeah, like that one time in, was it Maniac Mansion 1? Stealing the hamster? I'd say that was pretty cruel. So it's stealing a goodie basket, which was stolen by the wolf, who ate her grandmother. Not that bad. I mean, sure, I shouldn't be checking other people's mailboxes, but I mean, at that point, it would probably have never been found because grandmother's been eaten. And I'm not sure Red Riding Hood even has parents at this point. And I'm walking in circles. Lovely. Alright. Time to test what's going to happen if I try and swim in the acid. Because that's a very important experiment. This is a poisoned lake. Too bad. You die of extreme poisoning. Okay. That was quick. A very fast-acting poison. Yeah, like, sure, in some of these games, it doesn't make as much sense to steal from people, especially when you're probably quite rich. Like, he would probably be rather rich, so not be wandering around on his own. I'd be very surprised if he can't afford to have several people guarding him. So he wouldn't get eaten by a random wolf. Either way, he really shouldn't need to steal. If I remember correctly, the chest that he stole from, well, the giant he murdered last game was supposed to provide like unlimited wealth. So he should be rather well off by now. Can I swim in the ocean? Yes, I can. There's a fish. Like, there was a fish. I think I'm going to get eaten by a sea monster, but we'll see. Apparently not yet. This is perfectly fine. Nothing to worry about. Can I dive here? Not right now. Okay. I'll just see what happens if I swim for a while. You are so far out to sea, you have no chance of ever getting back. You can no longer swim. Great. So now I'm drowning to shore. I think I found a glitch. Did not expect this. I drowned all the way back to shore. Oh, the spell! Fine. That's why. Alright. Makes sense. That spell lasted for a while. In the previous game, it wore off so quickly. But yeah, that was a very strong current suddenly dragging him back to shore while drowning. I guess I could have swam the other way, but I'm guessing the spell wouldn't have lasted forever. Or at least it's supposed to be timed. Also, why didn't the spell save me from the poison water? Is that just too poisonous? Because the drowning wasn't the problem. I'll check out their flower box. Many flowers beautify these woods. Well, those weren't the ones I was trying to look at, but sure, thanks. Alright, so at this point, I'm at 8 items. And lots of them don't seem like the typical stuff you'd find in a game like this. Well, mainly the earrings, necklace, bracelet, and bouquet of flowers. Like, what am I supposed to do with those? And what am I supposed to do with a trident? Am I supposed to try and catch fish? Different question, why is that bell always ringing? Pretty sure people would have complained about it at this point if it's just ringing non-stop. Okay. I guess he's still busy. Well, as someone who lives in a city that still has quite a few church bells that ring several times a week, yeah, you can really hear those. And you can hear them for quite a while. So I guess it just depends on the church bell. I guess some of them are louder than others. Hello, how are you doing? But yes, sure, I'll try and pray in the church next to the monk and see what happens. You kneel near the altar, bowing your head. You pray. Right. The plump monk lifts his head from prayer and seems to notice you for the first time. He stands and asks your name. Oh. Hello, how are you doing? Yeah. Did not expect this to be the way to talk to the monk, but alright. Can I be of service? The monk asks. What name do you go by? The kindly monk explains that he has heard of you and your quest. Here's my cross. It will protect you from evil. You mean the giant cross that's, like, part of the altar, or, like, a different one? Oh, protect you from evil, he says. He removes a chain, fine, with a silver cross from around his neck and gives it to you. The monk then resumes his prayers. Alright, so now I've got another necklace. That's great. Fine, it's just listed as a cross. Yes. I need more jewelry. That's the one thing this kingdom needs. Jewelry and an heir to the throne. Those are the important things right now. Like, I mean, is he building up his jewelry collection to then try and buy that princess's affections? Because if so, maybe not the best idea, but you do you. Or he might just be starting a jewelry shop. That's the other thing that might be happening. Because, I mean, the monk did say that he has heard of him and gave him the cross because of that. So, might have heard of his jewelry shop business. Who knows? But yeah, still absolutely no idea why I'd use any of that jewelry. Like, am I just supposed to put it on? Okay, there's the bridge again. The one I couldn't cross exactly 7 times. I'll just save her for the save. There. Because I figured I might as well try and save right before crossing the bridge. That way I can easily get back to that point. Okay, so... Okay, still just the deep chasm. Well, I haven't crossed it too many times already, no. I've only crossed it once. Because last time, when I crossed it 7 times, I, well, did it until I fell. Because the bridge was collapsing. So, that's why he hasn't actually crossed the bridge once. Well, he hadn't crossed it once until I just did that. So. Okay, yeah. I figured that I might need to go back to that save anyways, just because I can only cross the bridge 7 times. Yeah. That's why I made that save specifically. Because it seems like the same mechanic that they used in the first Space Quest game. Yeah, Lord of the Rings. I don't remember a door in that franchise because I've only watched the movies once and I did a marathon of all 3 movies. And, well, let's just say I didn't really pay as much attention as I probably should have, considering it was the one and only time I watched them. So, I don't remember a door in that franchise at all. Can I open it from the other side, maybe? You're on the wrong side of the door to do that. Apparently there's a wrong side of the door to open the door. Oh, an inscription. Alright, fair enough. This is a magical door. If you can open it, the door will lead you to your heart's desire. There's an inscription on the door. The inscription reads, "Whosoever chooses to seek the key for this door will undoubtedly make a splash." So, it's underwater. Great. Yeah, it doesn't sound like that would go very well. Hope no one had to go to the hospital. But yeah, I did like a Lord of the Rings marathon at some point, and I did a original trilogy Star Wars marathon at some point. I think I did both of them like on my own. Just watching the movies to catch up on stuff I've never watched before. So it wasn't some big sort of event. There are trees around the poisoned lake. The trees around the poisoned lake area are dead. Yes, right. But yeah. As I mentioned, well, I think it was like after the end of the stream. But either way, like darn it! The wizard's back. Wait, what? Okay. He disappeared. I guess the fairies spell was still active somehow. Yeah. With the Star Wars marathon, I don't think I ever reached the 3rd movie from the original trilogy. Well, not the end of it. Because, well, at that point I just seen enough and I was just consistently falling asleep anytime I tried to watch that one. Because I think I tried like once or twice. So yeah, I know what happens in the final Star Wars movie, I just haven't actually watched it at one go. Well, I'm not planning on doing an Indiana Jones movie marathon. And if I did, I'm not sure how I'd be able to set that up on stream. Because, I mean, obviously I can't stream the movies on here without getting my channel banned. So, yeah. I don't want to be banned from Twitch for copyright reasons. It's not what I'm here for. So I'd have to do like a watch-along type stream. And I'm not sure how I'd manage to do that. But yeah, I guess this island in the middle of the acid, well, poison, whatever it is. The island in the middle of the lake. Well, it seems like it's basically just sand. And like that one gray thing that's like all the way on the top on the right, it looks like a column that's just in the sand. Doesn't look like the trees. Yeah, I might do something like that at some point, I don't know. But yeah, trying to earn money by streaming Indiana Jones on Twitch would be a very, very bad idea if I don't want to get banned. Or at least I'm going to get like a huge warning. And also, don't Disney own Indiana Jones now? Wouldn't want to anger Disney. Yeah, I'm guessing I might need to get through the door to go to that island, but still trying to figure out where to dive. Because it said it was going to like, make a splash or something. Which sounds like it would entail diving for the key. And earlier when I tried to dive, it said not now. So the question is, where am I supposed to dive? But if there's something very obvious I'm missing, as always, feel free to tell me. I am walking along the beach and, well, swimming. Okay, beach. Alright. Working on that part. Oh, some things are obvious. Okay. Seems like this is the end of the beach. Don't know what this is. The rocks are the usual sort of rocks, nothing special. The glittering white sand of the beach feels warm. Oh, yeah. So, same as before. Nothing special about this part of the beach so far. we'll just walk down here. And I'm back at the plant. I mean, it's still the coast, even if it doesn't look like a beach. And I'm back at the beach. Not sure it can swim through here. And then through here. But I'll try it. Yes, I can. Right? Yeah, I did stream all of King's Quest 1. Well, my entire playthrough of it. I did finish the game. Only took me 2 streams. So, this is King's Quest 2. But yeah, VODs are still up, and I've also highlighted it. So, yeah. If you want to see how that game ended, you can still do that. Seems like it's just looping around at this point. But yeah, I'd say so far Police Quest 1 was the longest of these games. Space Quest wasn't that long, and neither was King's Quest 1. But Police Quest 1 was, well, it was at least rather tricky. Possibly because of the driving and all the dying. Yes. Okay. So I guess I'm waiting for something to appear. Alright. Well, too bad that whoever I'm waiting for hasn't popped up yet. My inventory, sure. So I've got a trident, a bracelet, necklace, a cross, a clamshell, a bouquet of flowers, a stake, earrings, and a caged nightingale. Okay, so I'm missing an item. That's not unlikely. Okay. Alright, so I do have what I need. Fine. Well, I don't know what it would be. So, we'll see. Maybe the nightingale? Like, oh, look at the cage. As you look at the bird, it begins to sing merrily. Great. Uh-oh. Really now? Why would I need a trident for a date? Or is there something I've just never figured out about dates? Because I don't know where the need for a trident would come for. But alright. And also, that's quite a lot of jewelry. So either he's going to wear it all or give it all as a gift. But yeah, it seems like a pretty extravagant date. Because it sounded like the jewelry was fairly expensive. Like, I think the game called like the necklace and bracelet sapphire. I don't know how expensive those are, but I don't think they're cheap. Why do you want sprinkles? Is it because all these flowers that dot the coastline? Because if so, fair enough, they kind of look like sprinkles. Yeah, I don't know who all those items are for. And also, what's the cross going to do? Because I thought the fairy had me covered when it comes to, well, avoiding death. So I'm not sure the cross is going to do anything like that, or maybe it's going to be an item that I use for some other quest. I mean, I do have a stake, so cross and stake sounds kind of like vampires are going to be a thing, but they didn't really fit in fairy tales. Because I do think, yeah, I do have a stake and a cross. So, am I going to do an exorcism or something? Because I hope not. I mean, that would be a pretty dark game. Sure, I could probably do with a hint. I mean, if I'm just supposed to wander the beach until something pops up, then sure, I'll do that. Ah, right. So I guess I'll get the soup with the clamshell. I did think that was going to be a thing at some point. So I don't think any other item I have would work as a container. Like, yeah. Yes, I knew it. The soup was very important for that sort of thing. Yes, I do have a Twitter account. My bot does recommend following it on a fairly frequent level. And I don't know what a burning tree trunk is. Or what burning tree trunk you mean in game. I do know what a tree trunk is, and I do know what fire is, so I get the concept of a burning tree trunk, but I don't know what you mean in game. Well, I think Spiderbot posted about it like 5 minutes ago. So it's not that bad. And it's also in the info area. But it's alright. But yes, I do have some commands set up. Still haven't figured out how to set up the mini games and stuff with the bot. But I'm still planning on working on that. Yes. It's very fancy. Alright. So. And I'm burning myself, that's great. So, saving before I do this part. Because, well, knowing these games, there might be something that's going to kill me if I try and get soup. Like, he might catch fire by trying to fill the clamshell with soup. Okay, can't do that. Fine. Nope. You grab the wooden handle of the bubbling pot of chicken soup. You take the pot with you. Oh. Alright, so I straight up just steal the pot. That's also an option, I guess. I guess the dwarf doesn't need any food. And I fell off the ladder. Good thing I saved. Even if it didn't die, still. Yeah, I know I really shouldn't steal that dwarf's soup, but I guess I'll just pretend like that didn't happen. No, I don't know where to take the soup. Like, maybe to Grandma? She would probably want some soup. I'll try that. And the wolf is back. Well, it spat her out quickly. Okay. Okay, fine. Give soup to Nope. Ma. There. You feed the hot chicken soup to ailing Grandma. I feel much better, she says. In return for your kindness, I have something for you. Look under the bed. Okay? You drop to your hands and knees and peer under the bed. A large ruby ring, there's the ring, and a black cloak are hidden there. You take them into your possession. Called it. So there is a ring. Alright, time to check the beach again, I guess. But yeah, I mean, I called it. I said there was going to be a ring. And of course there is. Alright. 1 second. There. If this continues, I'll just get my bot to have that as a banned phrase. Or have it as a banned phrase on my channel on Twitch. So, either going through Twitch or through my bot. And also for anyone who may ever be tempted to use any of these services, you might get banned from Twitch for doing that, so it's not worth it, and you're going to waste money. Yeah, if you do stuff that's against guidelines, then prepare to possibly get banned. But yeah, it's just, if you're going to pay a company money to try and pretend that you have viewers, then I don't know what you're trying to do on Twitch. I mean, if you're just there for the stats, then yeah. Then I really don't get it. And I mean, I've already got enough bots on my channel, just in general. So, no thanks. I did find an antique store, yes. Thanks for the follow. But yeah, I do already have enough bots that, for some reason, are in my chat. No clue why they're there. But I'll just pretend they're not. I can't really block people from watching my channel, or bots, so I can just block them from chat. I can't ban the bots. That's the thing, like, I can only ban them from chat and they don't ever chat. So they just sit around watching. No, I didn't buy anything because the shop was locked. Well, I mean, not too sure about that one, because, like, so far I haven't found any information about where that bot comes from. But that one's been in my chat, like, for a while. Yeah, exactly. So, I'm already stalked by enough bots, thanks very much. Really? Okay. Didn't know that. Yeah, I guess so. But yeah, like, as I said, I can't do anything about them being there that I know of. So. But I'm not sure why I'd pay a company money to get more bots. Because I've got plenty. Yeah, I'm trying to get back to that antique store. I'm sure it was somewhere around here. And the spell is worn off. Alright. Could be worse. Alright, there's the store. Yeah, last time I... And the enchanter is back. Great. Yeah. Last time I tried to walk into that store, the door was just locked. I tried twice. Sign says closed. Right. The antique store is closed. You can't enter it. Rap loudly on the door and get no reply. Still closed. So, yeah. Have not bought anything. Because for some reason, they just aren't open. How very inconsiderate of them. Okay, well. The enchanter is back. uh, True, I haven't read it in this save because... Why is the enchanter following me? Could you please stay away, sir? But yeah, I don't like the enchanter. And he's starting to seem kind of creepy. Well, I still prefer not to resort to violence. But, well. Alright, so hopefully the enchanter should just disappear next time he comes over. So that's pretty nice. Well, fair enough. But I didn't really have another option. Alright, so checking the door, then walking back to the beach. So, whosoever chooses to seek the key for this door will undoubtedly make a splash. Alright, time to head back to the beach and see if this changed anything. We'll see. I hope I don't get, well, brutally murdered by a mermaid or something. Basically, I hope I don't need to have a save after crossing the bridge the first time. But I might make one anyways, just because, well, we'll see. But so far I'm not sure if this is going to trigger anything. Because looking at the door doesn't really seem to do much. I don't think I got any points for that, but maybe I just missed it. Or maybe just the crossing the bridge is what triggers it. But either way, it doesn't seem like there are lots of things in this game that are triggered by reading something. Alright, so saving just because it took ages to walk to the beach. And time to just stroll along and see what happens. So far, looks exactly the same. Oh, there she is. Okay. I'll overwrite this save. And try and swim there. Mermaid does not reply. She gives you a quizzical look and continues waving her fishtail. Okay. You hand the rusty trident to the mermaid. Oh no, she dives into the water and disappears with it. Now she's gone. Alright, so that wasn't it. Alright. What would she possibly want? The mermaid looks at your offering distastefully. She's not interested in it. Alright. That's great. So I'll just give her flowers. I'm sure she has absolutely no use for those. I mean, she lives in salt water. You graciously offer the beautiful bouquet of wildflowers to the mermaid. She loves the flowers. She then summons forth a magic seahorse. Maybe you could ride it. Okay. Quick as a flash, it glides under the water with you on its back. Right? And that's a shark. Good thing it doesn't seem interested in seahorses. Alright. The bottom of the sea is teeming with fish and plant life. King Neptune rules this mighty underwater empire. Okay. Reverently, King Neptune accepts his lost trident from you. He gives you a bottle, then waves the trident in front of the huge clam, which opens and reveals a large golden key. Wait. Yeah, he did give me a bottle, okay? So I think that's it. I'll just assume that's it. Yep, it disappeared. That could also be a bad sign, as in, like, me having failed whatever I was supposed to do. But I do have a key. So, time to head back to the door. Still looking for that cavern. I'll find it. Or chasm. Chasm, that's the word. But yeah, I called it. I said that there was going to be some kind of mermaid stuff happening back when I found the trident. But yeah, she's not very nice. She just took the trident and went off. No, see? I found it. No need for a map. might find my way eventually. Like, making a map would probably be its own stream. So, it would take a while. So I'll probably get through the game quicker, just, well, remembering approximately where stuff is, but not really overthinking it too much. So, the key of the first door, the key to the first door fits easily into the keyhole. Wait, the first door? You turn the key and presto, the door opens and the key disappears, revealing a second door with another inscription. Right. Inscription reads, "Whosoever chooses to seek the key for this door should set their sights high." Alright. So, guessing I'll need to get up the mountain. So, time to find another friendly bird. Wait, so I've crossed the bridge. So, once to get the inscription, twice to get back to the beach, third time to use the key, fourth time to go back to the main area, then fifth time to go and unlock the second door, and possibly find a third door. So sixth time to go back and find a way to unlock that door. And then the seventh time is, yeah. Then the seventh time is to go through the door at the end. I have a feeling that's going to happen. So basically, going there, reading the inscription, going back, going there with the key, opening the first door, going back. At that point, you're already at 4. Then going there with the key for the second door, reading the new inscription, going back. At that point, you're at 6. Then going back with the final key. So, I think it's going to be 3 doors. And then the final time you don't have to cross back over. For whatever reason. And the dwarf, that was quick. I didn't steal anything. Bracelet, ring, earrings, cross, necklace. I hope it didn't steal anything. I'm not sure. Still got the bottle. Still got the steak. Well, I hope it didn't. Because it spawned right where I was walking. Alright, I'll check this save. I mean, yes, I'll still have the key at this point, but... Alright, so 10 items, not counting the key. And 10 items. Good. Didn't lose anything. Yeah, I mean, considering I'm already at 71 points, I've made quite a bit of progress today. So, that's it for today. I've got some stuff planned for later, so yeah. I'll be spending plenty of time doing all that. I also need to study because, well, I don't just have the title of being a university student, I also have the responsibility of studying for stuff. So I'll also be doing that. And I'll hopefully see you guys tomorrow. So, have a nice day, and see you guys next time. Bye!